So this is a very different video to my usual cut-com kind of thing, but I'm just going to experiment with a new style of video and see how you guys like it. So here's 15 things I think should be added into Black Ops 6 Zombies, or whatever Treyarch decides to call it. I don't know, fucking Black Ops Gulf War. The way I'm ranking this is literally nothing, it's just numbered 1 through 15, so please don't think any of them have any more importance than each other. These are all just ideas that I've numbered 1 through 15. For the number 15 spot, I'd like a solid crew in Zombies. Now, following the release of Black Ops Cold War, we were introduced to a whole new zombie system, new perk system, well, new and kinda old, just a whole new everything, but what we didn't get was new characters, we got operators instead. Now that doesn't mean we didn't get actual story dialogue, it was given in the form of these intercom things. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it, you know, the Dr. Peck thing, you get what I mean. I also understand that operators make Activision a lot of money because of the release of bundles and how microtransactions work in the newer COD games now, but come on man, please just bring back some solid characters. It doesn't have to be Ether. I just want to see a good solid group of characters with some witty dialogue that I can actually pay attention to now and again. Coming in at our number 14 spot, I want to see a reimagining of Grief. Now, Black Ops 2, as I'm sure you all know, was a very 50-50 split game. However, there was a lot of content actually cut before this game with zombies before release. Problem with that is that the other game mode Zelensky had in mind for the game almost ended up half-baked, if you get what I mean. So I'd love to see them implement new features with Grief, or even just the game mode we know, but in a better engine, because Black Ops 2 is getting a little bit clunky now, although it is very nostalgic to go back and play. Coming in at our number 13 spot, I cannot believe I'm actually mentioning this, because it was a core staple of the COD franchise for God knows how long. Theater mode. What happened to theater mode? Do you know how useful it is to see a live replay of your zombies game sometimes when you're making content like I do? Oh my god, man. I don't think I've ever had a better experience making thumbnails than using the Black Ops 2 theater. Please just bring it back in the new game. It would make everything so much easier for content creators and just people who want to go back and see their best clutch moments without having to buy like a fucking capture card or something. At number 12, I have a bit of an ambitious idea, but hear me out. Custom weapon camos. Now that Call of Duty is back on Steam, we might be able to see some more workshop content implementation. Now, custom zombies is amazing. It's probably the best thing since sliced bread. And I am aware with older titles like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 1, you can already do this with mods. I'm talking about proper implementation with a custom menu where you can load in workshop content, kind of like how it gets implemented into the map section when you download something on Black Ops 3, but for weapon camos. I already know you guys are going to be saying that's not going to make Activision any money and it goes against the whole bundle system. I propose that the people who make these could charge COD points for them, but only a small amount. This would not only make Activision happy as it still allows them to generate sales from COD points, but it also makes these custom camos look more appealing as they're a fraction of the cost of the outrageous prices of some of the bundles. At number 11, I want to see a super Easter egg. Now, I'm not on about the kind of super Easter egg we got in Cold War where you just get a legendary gun or some sort of in-game benefit. I want to see a Black Ops 2 super Easter egg where you get an alternative ending, similarly to Black Ops 2 when you go and click the button in the church when you've completed all the Victor's Crew Easter eggs. And actually make it worth it. Like, don't just throw in 30 seconds of extra dialogue, maybe a whole ass new cutscene, or even like an alternative path to the Easter egg so you've got an extra step to do or something like that. Make it good. At our number 10 spot, this is a very crucial one for me, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I want the whole season system, especially for zombies, to be scrapped with the drip feed content. Now, fair enough, I understand this is crucial for the sale of the battle pass. I also understand a lot of people on the multiplayer side of COD like this sort of thing. I want zombies as a whole excluded from the season system, and I want the developers to sit and polish their work instead of rushing about to fulfill a deadline of a season release instead of fulfilling a deadline of a DLC release. At our number 9 spot, I really just want to see one good polished map on launch instead of distributing the quality among a few launch maps, kind of like what we saw with Black Ops 4, and it's what Cold War did right. They released D Machine, which was a solid first map to start off the Dark Eater storyline, and I'd love to see them do that again with whatever they've got cooking for 2024, 2025. At number 8, we've got a bit of a weird one. Original maps. Now, the concept of original maps is a very grey area. What defines an original map to me is it hasn't been ripped from campaign, it hasn't been ripped from a previous game, and it's a completely original concept along with a completely new addition to the storyline of that game. Now, I understand Zombies is not what it used to be, and priorities are elsewhere because Activision like their money, but even if just the launch map was completely original with its own assets, with its own game files, you know what I mean? That would be amazing. How GK was completely original with Stalingrad. At number 7, we have the point system. It's a bit of a personal one for me, but please bring back points per hit. I can't lie, the system they introduced with Cold War with the whole health bar system and you being able to see how many points you're getting exactly on screen with every zombie elimination was nice. There's always that element of nostalgia for me with shooting a zombie once and getting 10 points, rebuilding a barrier once, getting 10 points, and knifing being 130, so on and so forth. It's just been such a core staple within zombies, and I feel like ripping it away takes a little bit of the life out of the game. At number 6, I cannot remember if this was in Black Ops 4, but I'd love to see a character leveling system. Now, I understand this was also in Cold War, but it's very cosmetic based. Now, what I mean by that is you only get things that make your character look better, or features that make your character stand out from the original base model. I propose that this new leveling system will feature kind of like a skill tree, depending on who you're playing as in that game. So, for example, Richtofen could have more of a medically sided skill tree with like quick revive and reviving people faster, or Dempsey could have more of a damage focused one. You get what I mean? Those are just examples. I know we're not getting Ether back because that storyline is finished, but it was just an example. At number 5, I want to see some reference or any subtle nod to the Chaos storyline. I'm not talking about a full map, I'm not talking about anything. I just want to see some link in with the current lore to the Chaos storyline somehow or some way, because I feel like that story had so much potential, but it was just fucked over by a poor game with Black Ops 4. Out on number 4 spot, it's another ambitious one, but I want to see some attachments that have some zombies value. Now, what I mean by that is I propose that it could be kind of like a special ether attachment, you know, with a legendary buff and stuff, kind of like the arcane cores from Infinite Warfare, if you guys remember those, where it could be like only blue scrap is dropped with this weapon, or perk cans have a higher chance of dropping from zombies with this attachment. You get what I mean? It's just kind of like a zombies based attachment that you get exclusive things in, and if you really want to, slap them in bundles. Activision, I know what you like with your money, and I know how much you like taking my ideas, because I'm clearly the biggest zombies YouTuber with my 700 subscribers. I'm joking, thank you very much. Coming in at our number 3 spot, I want to see some references to older titles and older stories in the current lore. Now, if they're going with the Cold War direction of how they told the story in the last game, it's going to be like Intel. Now, this is what I was getting at with the Chaos storyline. I want to see some form of a link between the new story and the old story, but actually make it intriguing to older fans, because I'm going to keep it a stack. Not many people want to read into the Dark Ether story, purely because we're all nostalgia merchants, right? If you link in those nostalgic elements to the new story, I'd be more than happy to read into the lore of the new game. At our number 2 spot, I want to see some contracts with some actually good challenges and some very, very good rewards, because there's just no incentive to do them anymore, man. Fair enough, the ones in Black Ops 3, you got Liquid Divinium back then on console. That was an amazing thing because it was extra spins for extra gobblegum, which were overpowered as shit, but we love them anyways. But maybe you could reward COD points, especially for zombies challenges, because I feel like multiplayer gets a lot of those, and exclusive zombies content, like you can only get via contracts and you can't purchase with COD points. You get what I mean. Now, for our last spot here, I'm going to get kind of mellow, and I'm going to get kind of real with you here. Treyarch, if there's a slight chance that you're seeing this video, please don't fuck this up. I feel as though this is really the last chance for the zombies community to actually have a bit of a revival with this game. I've been playing zombies since I was literally a little kid, and now that I'm a slightly older kid, seeing the overall decline in quality and content over the years just honestly makes me quite sad, and I'd honestly just love for this game to just be polished, quality rich, and just an overall good experience to play. And it might honestly be the last zombies game, I have no clue, but I just want it to be good, that's all I'm saying. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this kind of content, it's quite new for me, so please leave a comment down below of what I've done right and what I've done wrong. I'm always trying to branch out to new things, and if you do want to see more content like this, why don't you subscribe? It's completely free, you can always change your mind later. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.